After 24 years of marriage, you'd think I'd know my wife better than anyone. I thought I did. I believed Emma and I were a team, weathering bills, raising our 2 kids, enduring the mundane routines that come with long marriages. It wasn't perfect, but it was ours. That's why the moment it all collapsed came with such brutal clarity. Not in some dramatic explosion, but in a quiet choice she made one Friday night. She was dressed in a way I hadn't seen in years. Hair done, perfume lingering in the air, heels clicking against the hardwood floor. When I asked where she was going, she didn't even hesitate. "Dinner with a friend," she said lightly, grabbing her purse. I raised an eyebrow. "On a Friday night? We were supposed to have dinner together. Remember?" She paused barely. "Daniel, it's just one night. We can do dinner tomorrow. Don't make a big deal out of it." A big deal. That's what she called it when I reminded her of the dinner we'd planned to celebrate the anniversary of the night we first met. 24 years ago, on a Friday night just like this, we had shared pizza and laughter until the restaurant closed. I remembered every detail. She had apparently forgotten, or chosen to forget. Something in her tone, in the casual way she brushed me off, told me this wasn't just about dinner. My gut twisted as I asked, "Who's the friend?" She froze for a fraction of a second, then recovered. "Just someone from work. Don't be paranoid." But I wasn't paranoid. I'd lived with her long enough to know when she was lying. And this was a lie, clean and sharp, meant to cut me down before I could question further. That night, I didn't sit at home wondering. I followed her. Pathetic? Maybe. But after 24 years, I needed the truth more than I needed pride. I trailed her car across town until she pulled into a restaurant. One that wasn't cheap, the kind reserved for dates and anniversaries. And then I saw him. A man stepping out of his car, walking straight to her. She smiled at him the way she hadn't smiled at me in years, bright, giddy, alive. He touched her arm, leaned in, and kissed her cheek as if it was the most natural thing in the world. She laughed, resting her hand on his chest, and together they walked inside. The world around me went silent. My 24-year marriage ended not with a fight, not with a conversation, but with a single image burned into my eyes. My wife choosing him over me, choosing a Friday night date over the life we had built. I didn't storm in. I didn't confront them. I drove home in silence, the steering wheel trembling under my grip. By the time I reached the house, my decision was made. Divorce. Not revenge, not begging, not bargaining. Divorce. The next morning, she returned home with excuses already loaded. She smelled faintly of his cologne when she leaned down to kiss me hello. I turned my cheek away. "You're up early," she said, trying to sound casual. I slid the papers across the table, the ones I'd asked my lawyer to prepare weeks ago, back when suspicion had first taken root. I had hoped I'd never need them, but now they were a gift of clarity. Her eyes widened as she read the word divorce. "Daniel, what is this?" "It's me choosing myself," I said calmly. My voice surprised me. It wasn't angry, just final. "Last night you made your choice. You chose a date over us, over 24 years, over everything we built. And I'm making mine. I choose divorce." Tears welled in her eyes instantly. "Wait, no, it wasn't like that. It was just dinner." "Don't," I cut her off. "Don't insult me with lies. I saw you. I saw him. You didn't forget our plans. You didn't forget what Friday night meant. You just didn't care." She reached across the table, but I pulled my hand back. Her touch felt foreign now. "Daniel, please, we can fix this. It was a mistake. I got caught up. No," I said firmly. "You don't accidentally replace your husband with another man. You don't accidentally choose a date over your marriage. That was a decision. And this," I tapped the papers, "is mine." She broke down then, sobbing, begging, promising to change. But her words slid off me like rain on stone. I had spent years believing promises that never materialized. I wasn't going to waste another second. By the end of the week, I had moved into a small apartment across town. The silence there was painful at first, but it was honest. No lies, no betrayal, just me rebuilding. Friends asked if I regretted it, if maybe I should have tried harder to forgive. But forgiveness requires truth, and Emma had drowned our marriage in lies long before that Friday night. What she called just dinner was really the final nail in a coffin she had been building for years. 24 years of marriage ended in one choice. One date. One moment of selfishness that revealed what she valued more than us. And while it broke me, it also set me free. Because sometimes the bravest thing you can do isn't to fight for love. Sometimes it's to walk away from the ruins and choose yourself. And that's exactly what I did.